Good morning and welcome to the show. I'm your buddy and I'm Tenny. I'm not quite sure. Good morning and welcome to the show. It is Tuesday morning and I am live from the Cool TV studios and it's a great day to be alive, I have to say. I have to say a big shout out to one of our behind the scenes guys. Annie Baba is back. Hi Annie Baba, welcome back. It's really good to see you. Good to see a rested face. But you're back to work, so get that rest out of your face because it's back to shouting and being agitated. Guys, welcome back. Now, basically today is Tuesday, so I've still got stories for you. Now, normally N6 is here, but N6 ditched me for more important things, and he's not here today as well. So we're just gonna cross our fingers and all our limbs. Hopefully, we will be seeing N6 back here soon. But because you are sitting at home and watching, or sitting in front of your computer, either way, you're watching. So let's get right to the show, shall we? Okay, now today in history is usually how we kick it off, so let me kick it off with today in history. Today in history is Pretend to be a Time Traveler Day. Yes, it's a really good, cool day. Pretend to be a time traveler day. Now, we spend so much of our lives hearing about what the past was like and how people had all these problems or enjoyed themselves back in the days. I would really like, if I was going to travel back in time, I think I would go back to like Solomon, King Solomon's time, you know? I hate to say it, but I would like to see what, you know, his concubines looked like, because I hear that man had a ton of money. So, you know, this is my thinking, okay? If I was going to go back in time, I would go back in time to see how King Solomon lived. I would like to see if it compares or if it surpasses what the rich, really wealthy people are living like right now. So this is just my fantasy. Anyway, so today in history is Pretend to be a Time Traveler Day. You know, pick an era, pick a time that you would like to travel to. Think about it, and then maybe you can tweet at us at Cool TV Buddies on Twitter, #TheBuddies. All right. So there you go. Today in history is Pretend to be a Time Traveler Day, and go back in time and try and see if you can see something happening with your own eyes. All right, let's kick off the show proper. First story we got for you, the Grammy Award nominees list came out yesterday. So everybody is buzzing, but what are they buzzing about? Now, let me tell you about this Grammy list. I think this is probably my favorite Grammy list that has been released in a long time, because for some reason this time I know most of the songs and most of the artists. They didn't just like hit us with some nameless person. We've got all these artists we're familiar with, and I have to say that the African American community did do a lot of music this past year, so they are well nominated on this list. So let's get into it. The most nominees goes to Kendrick Lamar. He got 11 noms for the Grammy Awards, which will be hosting on Monday, February the 15th in 2016. That's when it will be going down live at the Staples Center in LA in California. Now, Kendrick came out with the most noms this year, which is pretty cool. He also got a nomination for Album of the Year and Song of the Year. Both nominations are, the Album of the Year is for his album, obviously, and then the Song of the Year is for his song, All Right. Now, if you look on your screen, those are all the people that are nominated. They got a lot of nominations. Now, other people who are highly favored: Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, The Weeknd, Nicki Minaj got in there. Kanye was nominated, even though he hasn't put out an album yet. His song All Day was really nominated. And of course, Drake got a couple of nominations as well. Now, let's talk about Drake for a second, about the Grammys. Now, everybody was getting very excited for Kendrick Lamar being nominated so much, right? People were really excited. It was like, oh my God, Kendrick deserves all these nominations. It's pretty cool. And then somebody noticed, and then the internet went nuts last night. Drake was nominated for a category called Best Rap Performance, but the song he was nominated for is the diss track he did for Meek Mill called Back to Back, which is not on his album. It's just the song where he's dissing Meek Mill after, you know, the fight that went on this year, the best rap battle ever, even though it wasn't really a battle because only one person was battling. Shout out to you, Drake. But so the internet went nuts yesterday saying, oh my God, Drake got nominated for a diss track. That is the ultimate career kill for Meek Mill. So there's so many memes. I mean, it was insane yesterday just to be on Instagram or on Twitter. It went nuts. So everybody kind of forgot that we were celebrating Kendrick for a minute and just went straight for, did you notice that Drake got nominated for Back to Back? So this is going to be interesting. If he wins in that category, and that category is, he's up against people like J. Cole, Fetty Wap, Kendrick Lamar, Nicki Minaj, and Kanye West. But if Drake wins this Grammy Award for Back to Back, I don't know what's going to happen to Meek Mill. I just feel as though he should just, I think this would be the best thing Grammy would do, is to actually just give it to Drake. Just because. Just saying, if I was in the Grammy board, I would give it to Drake. I really would, just because. Anyway, so there you go. Congratulations to all the nominees. Jidena, the Nigerian-born American, was nominated for Classic Man, which is a great thing for him because he's a newbie and he already got a nomination for Best Rap Solo Collaboration. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so there you go. That's Grammy nominations. I hope we can vote. You can vote online, I think. But anyway, there you go. Grammys are out and people are getting pretty excited to see their favorite artists win. Now let's go into a Nigerian English couple, shall we? A doctor and his wife, they have been jailed for keeping a slave for 24 years. But wait till I tell you this story. Just wait for it. What they are calling slave in London is what you and I call maid or houseboy. But they were keeping him for 24 years in their home in the United Kingdom. Let me tell you the story. Now, a doctor and his nurse wife who kept a man in a forced servitude for almost a quarter of a century after illegally bringing him to Britain have both been jailed for 6 years. Former NHS obstetrician Emmanuel Edet and his midwife wife, Antan Edet, who is 58, kept fellow Nigerian of Fonime Sunday Enoch as a houseboy after telling immigration officials that he was their teenage son when they arrived in Britain in 1989. Now, over the next 24 years, he worked unpaid up to 17 hours a day, looking after the couple's sons, cooking, cleaning, and gardening. He was also forced to sleep on a hall floor for periods of time, and he eventually managed to alert a charity to his plight after the couple went to Nigeria for Christmas in 2013, and they were arrested the following year in March. So in 2014, March, the couple were arrested. Sentencing the couple at Harrow Crown Court yesterday, Judge Graham said that their treatment to Mr. Enoch, now 40, the man is now 40, by the way, left him conditioned. This is what the judge said. And Judge Aaron said he was conditioned to the extent that he did not ask for what he wanted because he expected his request would be refused. He was paid the occasional pocket money of perhaps £10. He claims that that was only at Easter and Christmas, and occasionally when visitors would give him larger sums. He most certainly was not paid for the work he was performing for the couple. Now, the most serious aspect of, this is what the judge is saying, and I'm quoting, it says, the most serious aspect of your behavior towards him was that it went on for an exceptionally long period of time, robbing him of the opportunity of leading a normal life. He suffered as a result of that treatment and has found it difficult to adjust to normal life. Now, the court heard that the sum he was in theory owed for his years of work ran into hundreds of thousands of pounds. Dr. and Mrs. Edet from Perryville, Northwest London, were found guilty by a jury last month of cruelty to a child under 16, servitude, and assisting unlawful immigration. They remained impassive as the sentences were handed to them yesterday. All right, let's come back. All right, I had to read all of that for you guys so that you can get a feel of what happened. Now, let's talk, Ninja. How are you? You know, this is what most people do. I'm sure you go to some people's houses, they've got people that have been living with them for God knows what, 20-something years, but some of us manage to put them in schools and they graduate, they get married, they keep on, they go with their lives. These people, I have to say, in Nigeria, it wouldn't be such a big deal because there's people who have lived with certain people for years and years and years, and they're still serving them, but they just transitioned into being a chef or a cook or whatever. But when you are in the obodo abroad, you cannot carry your Niger tactics to do what you do. Now you're going to be locked up for 6 years, but you were a really good obstetrician in the NHS. So, but then I wonder, what did you guys tell that guy that he went to the obodo abroad for the past 24 years and he never, ever just left? It's so easy to just leave. Anyway, so there you go. They've been sentenced to 6 years in jail, and apparently they're going to be having to pay the guy over hundreds of pounds, and he will undergo some mental treatment, apparently, because the obodo abroad people think he's mentally suppressed. Welcome back to the show. I'm Teddy, and of course you're with me on the show. It's the Buddies Show. It's Tuesday, right here at Cool TV Studios in Lagos. And let me tell you how you can follow us on social media. Twitter and Facebook's the same handle. They're both at Cool TV Buddies. All you have to do is hit the follow button on Twitter and like us on Facebook, you know, just to be a part of our little community that we are growing. Hopefully soon we will have our own little island and we'll all move there. No, it's not true. We're not going to do that. We're going to stay here with the rest of the people. All right, so follow us on Cool TV, Cool TV Buddies. That's it. Twitter and Facebook. On social media, that's, sorry, I beg your pardon. On YouTube, where you can watch all our reruns, Cool TV has a YouTube channel. So just look for the YouTube channel Cool TV, and you can watch all the reruns from this show and every other show that is your favorite show on Cool TV. And of course, Cool TV Nigeria is the Instagram page where they put up nice little pictures of us, behind the scene videos, and some of the stuff that happened in the world that you just might miss out on. So there you go, Cool TV Nigeria. Also, you can email us, buddies@cooltv.cool, if you've got any, you know, thing you want to tell us, or videos or stories or whatever it is. Just email us, buddies@cooltv.cool. There you go. That's how you can find us on social media and keep up with what we are doing right here, all right? Okay, now let's go back into it. Kim Kardashian is in the news. She was in the news yesterday. She's in the news today again. Yesterday, I told you that she just had a baby, her baby boy, but there was no name for the child yet. But now we got a name, ladies and gentlemen. The Kardashians, Kardashian Wests, they have named their child, wait for it, Saint West. Personally, I think it's a great name. I don't know why the internet is insane and going like, oh my God, were they smoking something before they named the child Saint West? Let me tell you why I think this is a great name. We in Nigeria have an actor called Saint Obi. You know, Saint is not a far-fetched name. If an Igbo man could have named his son Saint, I don't see what's wrong with Kanye naming his son Saint. I really don't. And if you think about it, Saint West sounds like a nice little shoe brand that I would wear, or a clothing line that I would buy from, you know, Saint West collection. What? I would subscribe. Anyway, so the 35-year-old reality star took to her subscription-based website, KimKardashian.com, to unveil the name of her and Kanye's son under title to our fans, okay? She says, we have named our son, collectively, we have named our son Saint West, which is pretty cool. She says, what is in a name? The meaning of the name that the parents have named their newborn has been revealed, and it says that it's because he is a blessing. That's why they called him Saint West. I like the name Saint West. This is actually the one thing that those two have done this year that I'm impressed with. It's a nice name. You could turn it into a shoe company, clothing company, hats company, eyelash brand, anything you want to turn it into. Saint West Collection. Sounds good to me. Sounds like a designer, sounds like an actor. He could be anything. It's a good name. Not West, not so sure. Saint West, yes, good name. So congratulations on naming your baby. But you see how the world is now. People name their babies and it's news. Oh, I love the world. All right, so let's talk about the world for a second. These days, when you want to find out anything, people say, Google it. Isn't that what we say? We say, Google it. Well, Google has done something out of their box, which makes me see that salvation is near, you know? It's time for us to start looking into the end of the world as it is. So Google has patented something they call, wait for it, the needle-free blood draw. Now, apparently, to be a Google user in the next 10 years, you will have to either have a device, you will have to buy the device, the Google device. It's like a watch. We'll show you in a picture that will come up next. It draws your blood, ladies and gentlemen. It somehow draws your blood and allows you, there you go. The diagram at the bottom is supposed to be a prototype for the Google device, which is supposed to be drawing blood. Let me explain it to you. Now, the patent, which was published December 3rd, describes a device that uses an abrupt surge gas to give microparticle enough momentum to pierce a person's skin without actually piercing your skin. It's crazy, but blood doesn't actually come out physically, but it draws blood out of you. Now, why is this device being made? So that Google, not only is it asking for your personal information these days, it is asking for your blood so that you know you can access information quicker because they'll have your blood in their database. And this is the part where I say, I'm throwing away my phone. It is not happening. Thank you so much for having been there for me, Google. God bless you. I love you. No. No, You people are not playing. I'm telling you, Google is not doing this to us. Google is not doing it to us at all, because I'll tell you why. What are you trying to do? Draw blood from me as an identity? They want to. This is how to identify you as a Google user. Is you're gonna wear this device, and then it has gone through. The patenting has happened. It was first submitted. It was first filed on May 28, 2014, and then Google's parent company it filed again on August 10th, 2015, and it just went through on the 3rd of December. So this will become a thing now, where you wear a Google watch so it can take your blood and identify you. Can we do the Make Your Day video? Because no. Make Your Day video. This is a video that usually thrills you or makes you think. Either way, it makes your day. So let's have a look at what today's Make Your Day video is. So that is an inspirational video. That is really good video. It'll help you think about how awesome it is for things to happen in the nick of time. All right, there you go. Okay, well, do you know what? At this point, I think it is time for us to get out of the studio. We told you about Kim Kardashian naming her baby Saint West, which I think is a fabulous name. The Nigerian couple who thought they were still in Nigeria, but they're not. They had a houseboy living with them for 24 years in England, who've currently been sentenced for 6 years in jail. That's not a good look, ladies and gentlemen, especially because they're doctor and nurse. And also, we told you about Google and the Google Watch these days. Google wants to take our blood, so they'll be able to identify us, so we can use the Google application. And I say no. Well, there you go. Those are some of the stories we told you about today. Go ahead and Today in History, pretend to be a time traveler. For the rest of the day, pretend to be a time traveler. Or talk about time. Either way, just do something that has something to do with time, okay? Or manage your time well. How about that? Huh? Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Be kind to yourselves. Goodbye.
So, did you like what you just saw? I know you did. It's very simple. If you want to see more, just subscribe to our channel right now.